Yo, it's design time again. So while I was researching for the shoulder pad I made last week, I saw this thing here. Whoop. The Boltgun. And so I don't know anything about Warhammer, but I thought this was a pretty cool shape and pretty cool looking design and something that we could really easily go over in Fusion. So let's do that. It's, as you can see, pretty boxy, and we'll probably do a few video parts here. So this first one, we're just going to block it out, and it should be pretty straightforward. I won't spend too much time on the handle because you could go all day making a really good gun handle. I think that's it. Let's just jump into this. So we're here in our blank Fusion document, as usual. We're going to save it. And then we're going to bring in our canvas. So insert canvas and go find this side profile here and drop it into the right plane. And to resize, we're going to go over to our tree and right click here, calibrate. And I think I want this thing, if you click two sides for the dots, 500 mil. 550. We can always scale it later because as long as all our proportions are right, we can just scale this thing up and down to fit the size that we need. I've also got this 3/4 view we're going to be popping over to for reference. And I think I can see we've got one shape here and kind of one shape around there. And we'll just do those two first. So let's go create sketch and get our right plane, which is our YZ plane. And create some lines. I think I see in our 3/4 view that this kind of comes out of it, and we're going to do that. So we will just come out a little bit to here. And then straight up. Sure. And then just keep making lines. Connect these, and then let's make sure that this is vertical at least. Same with this. Yep. And this is horizontal. Yeah, it's all good. So we'll finish that sketch and then extrude it out. Let's go symmetric. And total length, maybe 70. If we hide the canvas and get a look at that. Seems pretty good. Maybe 75. We can always adjust it later. So bring our canvas back. Let's hit Control-6, which brings up our edge view. Just makes things a little easier to see. And on to the next piece. So YZ plane, create a sketch, and just start drawing some more lines. We'll leave this because we're going to put an arc there. More lines. I think I want to hit P for project, bring in this. This line here, highlight it, press X to make a construction, tie into it, and then up, over, down, make sure this is vertical, leave the arc again, just like we did last time. Straight up here, and back over to where we started. And then come through and just add your verticals, make sure everything's nice and squared up. Do some minor adjustments. And now we're ready to add all the arcs. So, easy arc there, make sure it's tangent. Looks like it should square off a little bit more. Kind of happy with that. And another one over here. Quick little trick when you're making this arc. You can always make a horizontal line, construction it out, and put a tangent constraint. And then you get a nice shape. Cool. And we're missing just a little connection right here. I actually got an extra line right there. Okay. Now we can extrude all this. Again, symmetric, total, join. And I think this is a little bit wider. How much wider? Quite a bit. There we go. There we go, 85 here. Now, if you come over and you look at this, there is a pretty clear gap in there, and so we need some material in behind that gap so it's not just like a big air space. And my camera is in perspective, that's why everything looks weird. Okay, so we got the camera in ortho. Might have to just fix up this line a little bit because we were screwed up. And that's all good. Okay, create another sketch, YZ plane. I don't know why my camera was in ortho, that's really annoying. I was wondering why my side view didn't look right. Project those 2 points, R for rectangle, and coincident it over to this point. So nice little coincident constraint. And we can extrude this. Go symmetric and just kind of whatever. Maybe 30. We're just trying to have some backing material for the foregrip. And now let's actually draw the foregrip. Get the YZ plane again. Create a sketch. I think let's project these 2 dots again. They're nice to work with. Make another rectangle. And so we want to dimension off this top dot like probably 3 mil. And over on this side, it actually looks like it ties right in. Let's do a little bit of an offset, like 1. And then over here, I think we're looking at 6. Sure, this all looks fine. Let's extrude this out. Again, symmetric, join, total distance. Just like a hair past the rest of the gun. Okay, and we can hide the canvas for a second, just see what we're working with. Blockout is coming along for sure. Let's do the barrel. So we're always just creating sketches off this YZ plane. We're gonna revolve the barrel. So we'll project, oh my god, project this line. There we go. And highlight it, construction. Press X to make it construction. And then let's make a horizontal line right down the middle of the barrel. And just come up like so. And make this profile closed. So closed. And then so that it's hollow, just toss in another line there. Now I think we can go solid, create, revolve this, select that axis, and there you go. Up over to our right plane, we can see it's not big enough. And we just need to drag that center axis of rotation down. And easy. Let's create a sketch on the front of it. Project the inner circle O to offset it. Bring it out like 6 millimeters maybe. E to extrude. Drag it back. Easy. And let's just check our reference quick. So we're over here. And let's make this little bar and the other barrel up top. Create a sketch on the front of your gun. And P to project this bottom line. L, make a line that comes up from the center of it, make that construction. Make the bottom construction, and create a center rectangle. Drag it down a little, up a little, in a little, E to extrude it. And just bring it out to the reference. And then we will revolve again this barrel. So get a sketch on your right plane. Project this line again. Construction. Line down the middle. Create the revolve profile. Make sure that this is horizontal and that's vertical. Looks like our axis is going to be too high again. Drag it down. Make this thing hollow. I just don't want that triangle constraint in the center. I'm good on that. That's not what I'm looking for. And we forgot to close this profile. So we need to go back into this sketch and seal it up. Perfect. Finish. Create another revolve right around there. Okay. Hide the canvas again. Control 4 to get rid of the hard edges. Looks okay. Control 6 to bring them back. And what do you think we should do next? How about the magazine? Let's pop down here to create a sketch. Wait for my computer, project it. Offset it. -8. Maybe -6 actually. Finish that. Create a sketch on the right plane. Project part of the square we just created. And we're going to sweep this. So we need to create an arc from here to here. Like that. And make that construction. And now watch this. Create sweep, box, path, magazine. Too easy. And I think we want to go less far down the path, so maybe make the distance like 0.8. Seems fine. It's not quite at the angle we're looking for. Let's actually go back into that path and make it 0.85. Sorry, I was just checking the recording time. Okay, create sketch again, project it. Let's just get this angle right. I'm just going to create this little extrude profile and extrude it through everything. Cool, perfect. Now for the little bulged out part at the bottom of the mag. We'll project that and we'll highlight it all and make it construction. And we'll offset it by 8 and extrude that. There we go. Cool, cool, cool. And how about the scope up top? So if any of you guys caught the ACOG scope tutorial, we are going to do the exact same thing. We'll create a sketch again on the right plane. Make a line right down the middle of the scope, and then make your revolve profile. This is only on the top and not the bottom, so I don't want to revolve that. And finish this sketch. Actually, let's go back into that sketch. And just make sure that the start and ends are vertical. I seem to have an extra line. Oh, no, I don't. We're all good. Okay. Revolve. There. Cool. Super simple scope. Create another sketch on the right plane, and we're going to make this cut. Right there. By projecting the end of the scope, and then creating a angled line like that, and then just make sure the end of it's horizontal. Fix the size, extrude it through all in both directions. Cool. And then because it's gonna make me mad, we're gonna press fillet, and we're going to just round that out. Cool. So scope is pretty underway. Another sketch off the right plane. Make a center line. Actually, project the top of this. Make a center line. Make another line over here. And create a mirror to there. And then just create a dimension between these two to hold them in place. And now a 3-point arc. And make it tangent. And drag it as high as you want it. Easy. Now extrude this. Symmetric. Out like that. Make it a join. Cool. Cool. We can also just cut the lens parts out of this if we project the top of the circle. Create a little circle inside of it. Dimension it. And E to extrude. Drag it back. Same thing over here. Create sketch. Project. Offset. -3. Extrude. Cool. Easy. Bring our canvas back in. And I think we can do the handle. So the handle... God, handles are pretty difficult in CAD software. So we're just going to do something really basic. Let's project these two lines. And start with just a line there. Leave the arc. Actually, you know what? We'll keep the arc. We'll just fillet it. Line here. Down. Over. Up. Back. Up. Over. Flat. There. Super basic handle shape. And we can just make a fillet here that is probably 10. And we can also make a fillet here that is maybe 8. Okay. And extrude that out symmetrically. That far? Let's hide our canvas. That seems okay. So this looks pretty bad right now. I think we can all agree on that. But we're gonna go in and add some fillets and make it look okay. But the first thing we want to do is go to our bodies. Make sure you just see one body. And then go modify, split that body. And select your right plane as your split tool. Highlight the body that's on the far side. Right click on it, remove it. And then go create mirror. Make sure it's on bodies type. And the mirror plane can be the right plane. Now you have exactly what you started with before. But if we go to our timeline and we go back a step, we have half the gun. We can work from here. And then we go forward. And then we have the whole gun. So if we're back, where you can only see half, Press F for fillet. And let's just make a nice big fillet all the way up here. Down there. Maybe also on all of, not there, on these parts. On the back. And right up there. So that's all filleted, and now if we go forward a step, we have the mirrored version. So I do this all the time. And then you only have to work in half of your model. It's really, really, really nice. And this part all steps out. If we have the canvas open, and we get into the side view, it's kind of like a step right there. Let's see if we can create that easy. If we construct an offset plane, we go back 10 millimeters, and we go modify split face, and we get everything that plane passes through. And then hide the plane we just created. Modify offset face. Oh yeah, this is gonna work, I think. Can offset that all 2 millimeters. Just create that little step. Now let's make the trigger guard. Canvas back, get to the side view. So the trigger's here, the trigger guard's down there. Let's get on the right plane and create a sketch and just make a very simple rectangle across. And extrude it out. Set it to be a joining operation. And that's fine. Make sure you're before your mirror in the timeline. Okay, what do we got time for still? I think we can do some of these cutouts here in the foregrip. Let's do that real quick. So if we create a sketch on the foregrip and create a line that just outlines one of these, I'm gonna show you guys kind of a janky way of doing this, I guess. There's a million ways you could do this. So we've got one outline, and if we go create rectangular pattern on, actually first we need to project this line and just make it construction. And then we can create rectangular pattern, all of these down the line. Drag it out to the end and make the quantity 5. Cool. So we got that. Then we just need to close off this little fork. So it kind of looks like we're trying to extrude a comb. Cool, so we've got this closed comb profile. And now we can go split face. I want to split these two faces with this. And now we can go modify offset face. Get all of them. And go in 5. Cool, cool. Cool, cool. Let's hide that again. Bring our mirror back up. And I think this is good enough for me for the blockout. Next video, we're going to add in a bunch of fine details. So we're going to just go through, do kind of the rail up top, the sight, add some details to the scope, and do all these little buttons and stuff. So I'll see you guys next time for that and the bolt heads. Yeah, but for now, hopefully you learned something from this. I think it's a pretty cool design. And yeah, I'll see you next video. Later.